In this video, you'll see how we are adding the acrylic bricks to our Alma Thomason inspired landscapes. In my painting, I have a triadic color scheme. To find the colors in a triadic color scheme, you start with your first chosen color. I chose blue-green. I start there on the color wheel and count. You can do the same thing with any color on the color wheel. This is how you do it. I start with my chosen color. Blue-green, 1, 2, 3. Red-violet, 1, 2, 3. Yellow-orange. As you can see, they are evenly spaced on the color wheel. Obviously, I've already started adding acrylic paint to this painting. In this video, I'm working with the yellow-orange of my triadic color scheme. I've mixed the yellow-orange on my palette, and you can see I have white paint ready to make lighter and lighter tints as I paint. I want a variety of tints for this painting, just like we see in Thomas's work. I'm using a square brush for this project because that makes it easier to make the kinds of marks Alma Thomason made. I call these bricks because they tend to have a more rectangular shape and they kind of stack on top of each other like bricks. Here, you can see me painting the top part of the tree. I start with yellow-orange with no white mixed in. After a few rows of this version of the color, I mix some of the yellow-orange in with the white paint to make a high value tint. No, that's a low value tint. When I decide I want it lighter, I just use my brush to swirl in a little more white. I do this on the edge of my white paint because I may want to use some of that white to mix with another color later. I want to keep the different versions of my color because there will be times when I want to go back to the higher value, which means darker, of the color, like you can see here. When I finish my yellow-orange section of my tree, I decided to add a bit of red to make a red-orange. This is not part of my color scheme, but it is only a small part of my painting, so it's okay to add some variety in this way. After this, I decided to add more yellow to the paint for the water in my landscape. So I get my yellow paint, I get my paint mixer, and of course I'm careful to drop the color onto the the palette and not mix any of the different colors into that yellow paint pot. I try to make my marks as close together as I can while still letting the background show through. I don't want large spaces between my acrylic paint marks. And unlike bricks, it's okay if I don't have straight lines and if there's a bit of variety in the height and width of these marks. Take a closer look at Alma Thomason's work and you'll see that her marks have a variety of sizes and shapes. Her paint strokes are similar, but not the same.